Welcome back to The Spotted Source. I'm your host Melissa, and today we're going to do part 2 in our review series on the Smile Care Club. Today we're going to open up the box and show you what's inside and describe what the treatment process is like. This box has all the aligners for the treatment. All of their boxes come with great brochures, and the most important part of this is your aligners. Each aligner, depending upon how many you get, whether you have 5, 10, or 20, each one comes in a bag that's labeled with your name and your case number. Really easy, you just start from number 1 of 10, for example, and you would pull them out, and this is what they look like. They're just clear aligners, and you can see right in there that there is a number, a black number on the back molars of both the upper and the lower tray. It looks like, oh, it actually matches your case number, and it has a dash at the end. So it's your case number and then a dash, and it has, in this one, for example, has a number 3 on the back, which means this is the 3rd of 10 in my series of aligners. Very clever. So if you don't remember, or you lose one and later on you find it on the ground, you can look and see which aligner it was. Called Chewy's Aligner Tray Seaters. And what these are is little tubes that kind of look like a really long earplug. And when you put in a new aligner, it doesn't fit the best yet because it's supposed to move your teeth, so it's a little bit snug. So in order to get it on and make it fit perfectly, you put a Chewy in your mouth, and the directions say you bite all around, and especially your back molars. At least that's where I needed it for me. And you keep biting, and it helps put the trays and seat them properly in your mouth. If your trays are seated properly, your treatment is going to progress as it should. These are washable, and you can use them quite a few times. It says that after you use them, wash them in warm water and soap. Let them dry, and then you can use them for the next time. Is an emery board. It's a Smile Care Club nail file, so to speak. And basically what this is for is if you have any sharp edges on your aligner. I did not have any sharp edges, or I haven't yet on any of my aligners. I haven't. Where to have a sharp edge, file it down to your liking. The next thing in the box is a tool that they call the Audi tool. It's kind of fun. Has a couple of hooks. Look, I don't know, maybe like crochet hooks, not sure. Basically, if you have a tray that fits really tight and you're having a hard time removing it, you can use this Audi tool to help you. Basically, you would take the end of the hook and put it around a part of your aligner and gently pull down, and it does, it pops right out. In every box, whether it's a starter tray or your set of aligners, you have a aligner case. Mine have been purple, has a Smile Care Club number on them, and I really suggest trying to keep them in the aligner case because they're so clear. And the other thing is, if you have pets or children, you will find that they really love these things and they will seek them out and chew them up, which is kind of disgusting. But the good news is, for Smile Care Club, since it's a series of aligners, not just one retainer like you would have in traditional orthodontic treatment, is that if you do happen to misplace it, or a dog eats it, or something else happens to it, you can go back to the aligner you just finished with, put that in your mouth as a placeholder until you can call Smile Care Club and order a new one wherever you're at. So if I lost the one I'm on, which is on number 2, I would go ahead and pull out my number 1s. I'd call Smile Care Club, let them know that I lost number 2. I believe it's about a $100 fee, and they would remake number 2 and they would send it back out. It's really great in that aspect to be able to have options where you're not, spending $400 or $500 to replace a set of retainers. It's just one aligner, and you can continue on with your treatment. My experience with the Smile Care Club has been fantastic. I think their customer service is great. For example, you're supposed to wear your aligners, each one for 21 days. They will call you, email you, and give you tips on how to keep yourself on track during the process. Really friendly on the phone, really want your business, really want to work with you, and they really want you to have results. For me, since I have 10 aligners, halfway through the process, they say that they're going to ask me to take some more pictures so that they can make sure that I'm on the right path, which is great. I really love how involved that they are. Take a minute or so and answer a couple of frequently asked questions that Smile Care Club puts out there and that I can answer from my own experience. One of the questions is, should your teeth hurt? My teeth have never hurt per se. The only thing that happened to me where something hurt was the first couple days with my aligners. I had a bad migraine while my teeth were adjusting, but aside from that, I haven't had anything else. When I switched to the second aligner, I didn't have any issues. It was a really smooth transition. My teeth occasionally are sore when I put the new tray in, but that only lasts for a couple days. So far, it's been a great experience. So much easier than having traditional braces or retainers or anything crazy like that. Another common question is, will the aligners affect your speech? Well, just like any retainer orthodontic appliance, it takes a couple days to get used to. And once you get used to it and you learn to speak with something in your mouth again, you won't have any problem. I mean, I have them in right now and I don't think that my speech is really affected. Next question, can you chew gum while wearing your aligner? Well, I'm not really a gum chewer. However, I would imagine it's pretty uncomfortable and weird to chew gum while you have them in your mouth. They definitely don't recommend it. You're supposed to take your aligners out every time you eat or drink anything except for water. And then a lot of people ask, are there restrictions on what you can eat? There's not restrictions on what you can eat because you're supposed to take your aligners out. They do, however, say that there are restrictions what you can drink with your aligners in. They only suggest drinking water. However, I can tell you from my own experience, I drink a lot of iced tea and I haven't had any problems. I do drink out of a straw though, and what I will tell you what happens is that on the back side of, I should say the back side of the aligner towards the palate, like the inside portion, when I drink a lot of tea it gets discolored. But when I brush them or clean them, you're not really supposed to brush them, but I do brush them, it comes right off, and I haven't had any problems with staining or any problems with my teeth staining. So I really can't complain. But again, they don't really recommend that. They don't recommend drinking anything aside from water. I don't know how a hot beverage would work. I mean, these are light plastic, so I'm not sure if you were to drink hot coffee, if that would not only discolor them, but reshape them in any way. I'm not really sure. So that's something to keep in mind if you're a coffee drinker. And lastly, just to care for the aligners, it's been really, really easy. They suggest that you just rinse them with soap and water. I brush them with my toothbrush. I don't use any toothpaste though, because they say that's an abrasive material and that can cause damage to your aligners. But for me, using just a regular toothbrush without anything on it has worked great. They also say that you can use retainer or orthodontic cleaner or denture cleaner, that will work well too, but I haven't had to do that. And all I can say is positive things about the Smile Care Club. Their service has been amazing. Their product so far has been amazing. And this is one of the first things that I can't say anything negative about. It's really great. It's phenomenal. I really love them. If you have any other questions, like how much Smile Care Club costs, what are your different payment options, and what the process is to get started, please see my first video on part 1. I'll put a link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and if you have any other questions, please feel free to ask them below and I will respond. Thank you.